Thank you very much. We may be seated. Our chief guest, Wanyoike wa Mugure, together with Mrs. Wanyoike and your family wa Wanyoike, I mean Wanyoike's mom, and the brother to your uncle, your brother, your auntie, also the parents of Mrs. Wanyoike, and the entire family indeed. I can confidently call her my mom, though she looks like my sister. She's well known as Samchi Telecoms, but she's a lovely mother to all of us. Bishop Mwagi Zakayo and your wife and the entire clergy, all the other guests who are here, friends of Wanyoike, na wale wote ambao tumekuja to witness this lounge. Good evening. Roba vile ameniita hapa, ameanza kunitisha, vitu zake anaangalia kwa iPad. And he was making sure na ifinya hivi nione ako sawa, ako digital. You've done a very good job as our MC today. I'll be very brief because our chief guest today is not me. The real chief guest is my brother Wamugure, and we'll be here until you finish. So we are not talking, then we leave. We are here for what brought us. I will give just a few points because a lot has been said already. But I want first of all to congratulate my brother. As has been said by almost everyone. Sometimes we see a book and you might imagine the few pages you see there is a walk in the park in terms of writing. I wrote a book when I was in second year in campus, KU. By then it was a 96-page book titled How to Succeed in High School. And I was addressing those who are in high school because by then I had already, in quotes, made it to university. And I can confirm that the kind of work you've done, Wanyoike, is phenomenal. Writing a book is very difficult. I remember my first manuscript. I took it to the late Professor Ibuga. By then he was in KU in the literature department. Akaiandarain karibu yote, where I needed to make revisions. In fact, whatever was left was less than what was marked. So I was wondering which is the book here. So I can confirm it's very difficult. But I also want to say something here about what was said by Madam Esther. And especially the kind of belief you must always have in God. And also, in whatever station we are in life, we keep believing that we can get better. Because I remember, just like this book, at the back where it is written about the author, where you have the picture of the author. I was in second year then, a total downtrodden person. So hapo nyuma about the author. In fact, I was writing the book more to make some money, to sell in high schools, etc. So where it is written about the author, of course, nilikuwa nimeweka Ndindi Nyoro is an economics student, a businessman. I still had some small companies. But the last sentence was, and future Kiharu MP. And I was in second year in campus. So I am glad that even as I stand before you today, God has made it possible. And I'm just speaking to all of us. The physical books we have written, the mental ones and the imaginary ones. Those things that are deep in our mind, God has a way of making them possible. And I'm a witness of that. having actually written down to books that are already circulating. Here we have many brothers of mine who are feeding off their talents. Talent is not necessarily what we go to school to learn. Those are special skills that are inherent. And Wanyoike, you are lucky that you're already doing what you love. Because many of us go through life thinking the end product is what we are going to enjoy. It is always important, even as you choose what you want to do in life, that like what you've chosen in terms of church, in terms of others, that we pray to God to give us things that we already enjoy doing. That we are in holiday, even as we work. There is a story that is given about a hedge fund manager. Some of the things I like doing is issues around investments. So this hedge fund is one of the guys who work around financial industry to make money. So he had gone for a holiday somewhere, of course in a beach town iko karibu na beach. So ako holiday, he's already a multi-millionaire, so he's going by the beach to swim and bask. And when he was there, he came across a fisherman who was just going into the ocean, do the fishing. By midday, he's done, having got enough fish to sell and feed and live off. And this guy, a hedge fund, observed from far. And then he approached this guy, fisherman. Akaleta jargons ya financial industry. He told him, now, you're a fisherman. There is a way you can scale this. Do more fishing. Buy a bigger net. Then after that, you can buy a boat. Then after that, even a ship to do mega fishing. And he used many jargons. You know, scale, make it big, etc., etc. Then this young man, fisherman, he had a Ahabo family around there. Then he asked this guy, and then, okay, buy a boat, fish more, scale. So this man asked this hedge fund multimillionaire, and then after you make money, you become a millionaire, you can be swimming and basking after swimming, of course, by the ocean. And this guy told this multimillionaire, I am already doing that now. Because he was fishing, by midday he was done by work, and therefore he was already doing what the multimillionaire had come to do in that city, like Mombasa of that place. So it is important, even as we overheat, as we seek to do so much, make so much money, if you can align by choosing something you already enjoy doing, your work becomes your holiday. And by then you stop being a vehicle or a train that is trying to run very fast on Thika Road. You become a train that is on a rail. But let's also go a little bit into talent. And I say so because I've seen Dada Sarah here. Basically, almost everyone here, they rely on their talents to be the kind of names we know. I don't know about Madam Esther Mushemi, because I think she's now, sorry, because I think you're in the same category of that hedge fund guy. I think we are doing so much, but we hope that God will give us a chance to also enjoy what we are doing all the time. Now, as we focus on monetizing, making money around our talents, all of us who are here, whether on social media, whether in authorship, it is important that you assess the demand of that what you possess. And especially in Kenya, I have said another. But the news I have for my brother, you can't make money out of writing a book here. I know that from experience. So as you do that for passion, as you are an influencer in social media for passion, because that's what you love, assess the demand of, yes, I have this talent. What demand is there that I can twist, I can carve my talent to fit into that demand. And then keep on refining whatever you are doing. Keep on refining it by perpetual learning, by perpetual refining. So that whatever you are doing, whether you are an artist, whether you are an author, you first of all have identified what is the demand for my segment. But number two, how can I keep becoming better? Because whether you are an artist, there are artists making so much money. If you are an author, there are those still doing something about being an author, but they are still making a lot of money out of it. I'll be brief, I'm almost finishing. In terms of commercializing, you have a talent here, you enjoy doing it, but passion cannot pay your bills. I am a good artist, I enjoy singing, but you're in Nairobi, you need to pay rent. But also, even beyond paying rent, not all of us want to be trapped in that low equilibrium of just paying rent and paying the basics. All of us here, including our mothers who are here, our parents, we still have hope for a better life. We still have hope, including our mother here, Muzee here, who is father to Wanyoike's wife, still have hopes that he'll one day drive a big car. And therefore, even as we do what we enjoy, we must find an entry point. Yes, we may be commercializing, but we need to do it in a scale that can actualize the other part that we need money to also enjoy. I'll just give 2 points in regards to that. I had said it before, just repeating. Just check the gap that there is. Na nyinyi ni watu werevu, sitafafanua sana. Whatever you are doing, whether you are selling spare parts, whether you are a boni, mobile spares, the market always have gaps. You must know a shoe called Adidas and another shoe called Puma. These are brands actually originally from Germany. What you may not know, the founder of Puma, of Adidas, is actually an acronym of his names. He was called Adolf, and the other name was Dassler. Adolf. Adidas. Dassler is actually his father. Now this guy had a passion of making shoes. So started kwa nyumba yao in one of the rooms the mother was using. Then the brother called Rudolph akaenda akamsaidia, because this guy was more technical, designing a good shoe, another shoe, a sport shoe. He was very good in that, but he was not very good in commercializing. So the brother joined him. The brother was more talkative. I don't know the kind of talkative people, maybe it's like us. But the brother was more reserved, technical, design. So they started a company called Adidas. They sold shoes, they made money. But along the way, wakakosana. So Adidas and Puma was actually started by brothers. One brother is Adidas, the other brother is Puma in terms of the brand. But the initial point was, we have passion for doing this. I enjoy doing it. I have seen a gap in the market by then, that people were playing football, wakitumia viatu tumevaa kama in this kind of fashion. So they identified that gap, they commercialized it. Now, Adidas is a multi-billion company, of course now owned by many more people. It's actually no longer owned by any member of the Adolf family. The second thing, That talent you have, make it as a product. What do I mean? Yes, you are gifted in singing, you are gifted in this and that, you are gifted in the other. Can you package it as a product that is sellable? You have a book now here. One product you can leverage on as an author is to talk. Do you know Barack Obama, Tony Blair, the former British Prime Minister, are earning more now by talking than they were earning leading nations? So you can identify a gap out there, but also develop a product out of it. And we can do that whichever station you are in. Whether you are selling spare parts for vehicles, whether you are selling spare parts for phones, that opportunity is there. Now, I'll just give few points as I finish, general to us, not just talent. Because I enjoy doing business a lot. Transactions, capital markets, investments, private equity fund, those kind of things of not just making money for money's sake, but I enjoy the process, including reading, watching Bloomberg, reading Forbes, reading billionaires who are my age, who are already dollar billionaires, and I feel so sorry about myself. So just a few things about all of us who are business people, and all of us actually are here. One, every idea started with, every business, including multi-billion ones, started just with an idea of a person who wants to solve something. Look at Facebook. Look at Stripe. Look at PayPal. Look at M-Pesa. Just an idea. But then after that, what we must always do once you get that idea, in whichever area, and we forget to do it very often, organize that idea. Institutionalize that idea. You are an artist. You don't even have track of how many you have ever sold, how much you've ever made. So if somebody was to come to you to partner with you, what are they partnering with? You have no documents, you have no figures. It is good to bookkeep. I was in a graduation ceremony today morning, and I was telling those who are graduating, because I always talk to them in terms of starting businesses, not getting employed. Many of us here are doing businesses, but ni pesa turahorania. There is a time I went home with my sisters. Then tukaita Madhe, my mother. Tukamwambia Madhe kuja tuongee hapa kidogo. Why? Kila time mgongo inauma. Niki? Ukua dhara wa ng'ombe. Kila time akitembea hata kwako, I need to go back. Why? No go kama. So, see, all our village homes, we have kagobe. We have some cow there. Maybe one and one with a calf, maximum 2 or 3. Kenyaji ones, like the ones at home, even our homesteads. So tukamwambia now, Madhe, you seem to be making a lot of money, because the way unakuwa tired, there must be money here. Toka na kafuku, na karatadi, na bairo tuweke idhafu. Ng'ombe no yaku ndũngĩrara gwakwa nĩ wagĩire ng'ombe. Mugongo, thara, toka tuweke idhafu. So ebu andika hapo, how many liters of milk you get? How much money do you get? Na andika hapa. Ukitumiwa M-Pesa na your son kugura irio cia ng'ombe. Another M-Pesa agadawa ya ng'ombe. So what remains? After we did the math, we realized she was a slave of this cow. The cow was no longer an asset. It is the owner who was the slave. So after 2 weeks, we had no cow. Why? Many of us do businesses like that. We want to be busy. You wake up at 5 a.m. You sleep at 10 p.m. and you feel very good, very important, very sophisticated because you are busy. How are you, Mary? I'll call you back. Daktari yuko aje? Nitakupigia baadaye. Busy, busy, busy. Not just doing nothing, but decelerating. Why do you decelerate? You don't bookkeep. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know the output. Yes, you know the input, you get busy. But what is the output? It is important you start early, tracking your output, because it is the output that becomes wealth. Then we have to learn about scaling. Na muniruhusu, even if I'll talk this point to only one person today and they get it, this point is more important than talking to all of you at the comfort zone. I'm talking about scaling. Forget about the fisherman story. That was serving that point. Scaling. As you start a business and as you do business, because all of us are here are, think about a business that relies with more than your hearts. Because if you are a doctor like my sister, and you just want you to be the institution, you as the doctor, you can only have two hearts, one head. You can only be with one patient one time. Businesses that are scalable. If I were in the health sector like my sister, I would be thinking about pharmaceuticals. Because I can scale much more there. Yes, there are people who have made a lot of money, even having their own hospitals. But I think scalability have to involve what we call increasing returns to scale. Meaning, everything you produce, the more you produce, the cost comes down. Then, this is the other point I wanted to make. You will be comfortable, you'll be middle class by owning your business 100%. If you want to scale from where you are into multiplication, then I have gone through the Forbes list. The entire of it, or most of it, especially the top ones. There is no person there who owns a business 100%. Starting from number one, who is Elon Musk now. All the businesses he owns, including Tesla, he is below a quarter of Tesla in terms of stock. How does this happen? You have an idea. Like I saw one very good one here for kids, Victoria Kids. When I was looking at it, I was seeing a company called Lego. How can this person scale this business? They may not even own 100%. How can they stop now importing whatever they are doing? They start now making. They sell a stake of that company, get more capital, continue earning more capital. You may continue owning only 15% of that business, but instead of owning 100% of a 10 million company, you may be owning a 15% of a 10 billion company. I'm in the health sector. I have knowledge I learned in school. I am already opening a branch in Githurai. Good, like my sister told me. I was already seeing what does it take to have 50 of them. If you're already opening this one, it means there are opportunities elsewhere. But what do we do as Africans mostly? We believe in owning everything. Have a business owning 100%. So we end up owning pods, 100% of a fish pod, other than owning a fraction of an ocean. Then people ask, what are you telling us about? Nitapata hawa watu wapi? Whatever business you are doing at your free time, study something called venture capital. They are also in Kenya, many of them. There are people with money just looking for a credible opportunity to invest in, and a passionate person who is running them. Look for other category of companies called private equity. They are just looking for somebody who is self-driven, who want to scale, but they need a push of capital. There was a man at 62. Even our mother is not yet there. This guy had retired from the army. He had already retired. You know, we think business, oh, that train already left. I'm already 50. The train of making money already left. That's what we think. This guy was 62. He had a dream. Just basic. Let me make a recipe of some chicken. This chicken can taste different from all the other kitchens that cook chicken in the US. True story, not a fable. So 62 years, made a recipe, very nice, sweet, visited several hotels. Please, can you came to Look Hotel? Please try my recipe. Include it in your menu. Look at the guy, no. Went to the other one, please try my recipe. It tastes different, please try. We are busy. He went to over 1,000 places looking for people to adopt his recipe. Sijui kama ni recipe ama recipe, whatever. All of them turned down. He went to over 1,000. Then the last one, wakamkubali. Wakaanza kutengeneza hiyo recipe ya kuku yake. Then scaled through the other things I was talking about here. The man I'm talking about is called Sadas. The company I'm talking about is worth billions of dollars. It is called KFC. So whatever we are, there are many things we can do with our ideas. The rejections we have gotten are not telling us our products, our ideas are inferior. They are telling us that they are too superior for those junior people you are approaching. Thank you very much. May God bless you. And I think because you are just seated there, I will support my brother.
All right. Thank you. Wanyeke, we can wait for Mheshimiwa there as the rest of us appreciate him even more. His support is right there. Wanyeke, stand and receive it. Thank you. It's home and dry. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you. Now, nafikiri mali tumefika, that session was not really meant for Wanyeke, it's for all of us. Your ideas and your everything has a room to prosper, has a room to be. And because of time, I want to request us to be still, because our chief of chief,